Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carrie, and if you're new here, this channel is all about Hawaii, food, and family. In this episode, join my family and I as we travel from Osaka to Tokyo. Our daughter is a little over 1 year old, and it's been a joy bringing her along on all our adventures. Come along to see what kid-friendly activities we find along the way. This is part 4 and the last video of our Japan series, so if you missed the first 3 episodes, make sure to check those out as well. Now that you're all caught up, let's jump into the video. Let's see, Reid open his Shinkansen bento box. Hello, so we just got to Hotel My Stays in Shinagawa, and it's a pretty interesting, cool hotel. Just wanted to take you on a little tour. So we have like a hot pot here when you first walk in, pillows, we have a safe, small fridge here, and you walk in. This is where we take off our shoes, we'll put on our house slippers. Bathroom, of course, it has a bidet. Where's the toilets and a nice little shower here. Shower head. Then you open the door. Hi, Reid. And here we are. This is our room. Couch. We have a king size bed, a TV. And we gotta put the stroller away, but Ellie's sleeping in it right now. We got poured on as we were walking here. So we are both a little wet, all of our things are wet. But luckily for Ellie, we had her bugaboo cover up, which was nice. And yeah, other than that, we just got a little wet. Oh, that's our view. See the who, what, where, when, and why.
So we're in Odaiba. We're at, it's called like the Death Mall or something.
Oh yeah.
Where there's like kids play places, there's a Legoland in here, and there's restaurants on the top floors. So we decided we've never had ramen this whole trip. We needed some ramen. So here we are, we're eating ramen with Ellie. And she wants a french fry.
Make sure it's cold. Roll, Ellie.
So I got the tonkotsu ramen with some pork, and I think Carrie got the miso.
Miso ramen. Itadakimasu. So after dinner, we went to the indoor playground called The Kids. This indoor playground is located at the same shopping center called The Deck. It was the perfect size for Ellie and would also be great for kids a little older as well. Also, it was pretty inexpensive, under $5 for her to play for 1 hour. I also had to pay a small fee to go in the play area with her, but it was totally worth it. A lot of this trip was focused on my work and sightseeing activities that were not necessarily the most exciting for Ellie, so it was really nice to find something age appropriate and enjoyable for her. Wow, good job! Oh, you're so tall! You're so tall, careful! Careful! Good morning, Japanese breakfast. Ellie has some egg, croissant. We found some lychee, corn, orange, and yogurt. If you've seen other vlogs, you know how much I love Japanese breakfast, and this hotel was no different. It had a great selection and variety of choices, and I would highly recommend always choosing a hotel with Japanese breakfast. After breakfast, we headed out and stumbled across a playground right outside our hotel. And of course, Ellie loved the experience the day before at the Kids and wanted to explore this outdoor playground. And it was just so great to see her start to make new discoveries, and just really enjoy these small experiences. We're on our way to Weno, and we're on a rapid train, and once we got on, it was a little bit crowded, so most people were standing, but Ellie started screaming, and it was pretty intense, like the kind of, I guess,
like a tantrum.
Yeah, like a tantrum almost, and we didn't know why she was screaming. So like for 2 stops, we were trying to console her. I took her out of the stroller, I was holding her, nothing worked, so we tried to get off, and now we're sitting, I don't even, where are we now?
Shinagawa.
Now we're at the Shinagawa station, we're waiting to come back on, and Ellie is having a small milk break before we get back on the train. So, you know, sometimes this is how it goes with a toddler.
She's a really good traveler, but we're learning that, you know, sometimes we push it, I think, a little too much. We think that she can just do everything that we can do, and she probably needs breaks. She might even be getting a little bit sick, so she's a little grouchy. So we're resting here. We're gonna have to jump tracks to a different train to get to Ueno, but it's fine. You have to make these adjustments, I guess, sometimes traveling with a toddler.
Yeah, we're learning as we go. And here's Ellie. It took us a little bit, but we finally made it to Weno Park. The last time Reid and I were here, we visited the famous zoo with Reid's family. This time we wanted to see something different. So we walked through the temples and the Torii Gate at the Hanazono Inari Shrine. This is similar to the famous Fushimi Inari Taisha located in Kyoto, but on a much smaller scale. It's still beautiful and convenient to visit if you are in Weno Park. It rained a little bit, so the ground was a little wet, but it was also 100% humidity and about 90 degrees. So it was overall very, very hot that day. Sitting in Starbucks now because Ellie had a crying fit, so she fell down, just from, she was on the ground and she just fell, stumbled a little bit. There's a couple of scratches here from her fall, but that made her really upset, and she's had a hard time calming down, and it's like 100% humidity at the same time, it's just really hot. So we tried to come into a cool place, so there was Starbucks at Weno Park, and she's cooled down a little bit and calmed down. It's been a little bit of a rough morning. She doesn't want Reid, she only wants mommy. So, it's just one of those days, but we're still appreciating that we're all here and well. It's a little bit rougher end. So hopefully as the day goes by, it gets better. So what finally calmed down Ellie?
What's the Japanese word for it?
Kakigori.
So we got kakigori, shave ice, calmed her down. It worked once before in Hiroshima when Carrie wasn't with us and she threw a tantrum, and it worked again. I think part of it is she's just hot, it's muggy here. She finally went to sleep, which she needed a nap. So now we're going down the Amiya Yokocho.
The Ameyoko is a short walk from Weno Park. We love visiting these outdoor shopping areas. This shopping area in particular has many Chinese restaurants and shops, which I thought was quite interesting. Even though it was an extremely hot day, we still enjoyed walking around this area, and we also found some great suitcases for purchase for a pretty good deal. So we just got back to the hotel and it's about what, 4 o'clock now? 4 o'clock now, and here's Ellie. Hi, say hi. And we are gonna be going to Team Lab tonight. So before that, we wanted to just come back, maybe take a little rest for some people. Not gonna mention any names. And oh my goodness. And I also, on the way back, there's like this cute mochi stand that we always pass in the train station. So this is the second time I got kinako mochi and it's fresh. So I'm going to try one, or I'm going to eat one right now. And there's 2 because Reid's going to have one. So I'm going to have Reid try his on camera. Here, Reid. The only thing about kinako mochi is it's just a little bit messy. So let's see how neat he can be while eating. Describe the flavors for those that don't know what kinako mochi is.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Got peanut butter.
It's sweet. Yeah, kind of tastes peanut butter, caramelly. Let's see. The trick is don't breathe out on the kinako while you're eating it, because when you breathe out, it goes like fine dust. So breathe in.
And you're gonna cough.
Mmm.
How is it?
Just like Grandma made it. It's good.
So for those of you that have never heard of Team Lab, it's an interactive art exhibit located in Odaiba. We had to make reservations online ahead of time to get a slot. Just a couple things to note. There are no strollers allowed, so you would have to bring your baby in a carrier. You can't bring anything inside except your phone or camera, and you need to be barefoot. Surprisingly, throughout this whole art exhibit, and with all of the different sensations and senses that were being challenged, Ellie did not cry at all. I was pretty impressed. We just walked through about ankle knee deep of water up a hill. Very interesting. Now we're wiping our feet. For the next room, Reid had to go on his own just for safety reasons because I was carrying Ellie in the carrier, and one of the precautions for this room was that you couldn't be carrying anybody. This next room with the LED crystals that changed color were one of both Reid and my favorites. Just the thought of putting this exhibit together with the projections and the lights and the water is amazing. Like, how do people think of these things? We just put our feet into about knee-deep length of water, and there were fish projections and color projections in the water, and it felt like a very calming experience. Nice. So now we are in the garden. We were in the water first, now the garden. This is like the outdoor exhibit, and it's these colored eggs that we are looking at. All the exhibits are pretty, what's the word? It's really interesting because it challenges all your senses. So you have, touch, you have smell, you have obviously sight and sounds. What's my last sense? Oh, except there's no taste. But the four of the 5 senses for all of these artworks, and I thought the overall experience was very, very interesting. If you are in Odaiba or coming to Japan, I think, or you see one of these Team Labs somewhere, I would highly recommend you try it out. I think Ellie even enjoyed it. She didn't cry at all throughout the whole thing. And There's some dark spots. There was one exhibit that we couldn't go to because it was like these, how would you describe it?
It was like walking on an uneven bed.
Yeah, it was like bedding that I think is just for security purposes, safety purposes. They didn't want anyone that's carrying small children to walk on that, which is understandable. But everything else we could do, and I love the water portion. I thought I was a little apprehensive about having to put my feet in water somewhere that I wasn't sure of, but it was actually very calming. We are going to become one with the flowers. Entering the floating flowers exhibit was one of my favorite ones. I think just because I love nature, and I just thought it felt so refreshing but calming at the same time, and just overall it made me feel at peace. The next day was our last day in Tokyo, so we headed to Yokohama and found the Onanmen Museum. We wanted to do something that we thought Ellie would enjoy, and we were right. We are now in Yokohama, and we're leaving today, but we left our things at the airport, and we took the train here, and we found the Onanmen Children's Museum. So we thought this would be perfect for Ellie, and its place is so fun so far. Like, everything is catered toward the, like, little kids. So I hope Ellie has a good time today. We're gonna eat lunch first, and then we're gonna go to the museum. Are you excited? Can you see Onanmen? They have a couple different options for food. They have an Onanmen restaurant, which we did not go to, but they also have more of a cafeteria style food place where we did go to, and they had these cute little chairs that Ellie could sit in. And this is some of what we ordered. So after we ate lunch, we headed to the third floor of the Children's Museum, and there were all of these different play areas, and it just was the right size for Ellie. I would say kids between the ages of 1 and 5 would really enjoy this place. This concludes our Japan trip 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed these episodes. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoy watching our travels and if you want to see more content like this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. On the flight home to Hawaii. How you feel?
Tired, grateful, sad. Want to come back.
It was a good trip. Did you have fun?
Broke.
Fun?
Broke.